Hey guys. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I've been focusing on my other channel, Give Me the Look, so I wanted to come back and talk to you guys about 1,000 random things that have been focal points in the conversations with my friends and I. So, one thing for certain is that this coronavirus thing and everybody being quarantined has allowed people to think a lot. And they're deciding what they want, what they don't want. Like, I don't know how many people I could tell you came back into my life during this coronavirus that I haven't talked to in years, that are Facebook messaging me. Like, I haven't reached out to a soul. Nobody. But everybody's reaching out, because when you're a good person, people remember you, Two major loves, ex-loves, came back. I mean, they're both married, but they were like, I was thinking about you, want to make sure you're okay. You just crossed my mind, and that was really nice. And I think what that was is the universe closing the cycles so that I can move on to a real love, a pure love. So it was allowing those people to come back so we could have closure, so I can move on to the next phase of my life. I thought I had a theory the moment they said that you have to start wearing these masks all day. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. You're expelling CO2, right? All of the toxins that your body's getting rid of, we expel. Now you're wearing a mask, you're expelling that, and then you're breathing that back in. That can't be good. So when I wear my mask, I always let my nose out. And I breathe in through my nose and I breathe out through my mouth, so the air stays in the mask, but I'm breathing in fresh air. And some people say, well, the whole point of the mask is so that you're not breathing in other people's germs and anything that might be in the air. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't keep breathing in your own breath. And I was helping a friend with a project, and I was like ready to pass out. I was winded because it was like, like a project, like you're doing physical work or whatever. And basically helping her get like her apartment in order. And then I took the mask off and I was fine. I was winded because I was breathing in deoxygenated air. Like, you need oxygen and you're not getting enough oxygen. And then I thought to myself, you're going to have a lot of people with respiratory issues and they're going to blame it on the virus, but it's not. It's because they're breathing in toxins. They're literally just inhaling toxins all day long, stuff that they're supposed to be excreting. It's not like eating your own poop, but it's basically eating your excrement, like things that you're not supposed to have in your body. You're inhaling it over and over and over, and it's going to do damage to your lungs. I kept it to myself, didn't tell anybody. So I was showing an apartment, because I do real estate on the side, and somebody was on the elevator and they were like, hey, just want to let you know I'm a teacher. You might want to take your mask off every now and then because you shouldn't be inhaling the air that you're exhaling. Like, you're inhaling CO2 when we need oxygen. And I'm like, I was just saying this. So I know I'm not the only person in the world who feels this way. So if you're out there, do some research. It's not good. And then I thought about it and I was like, who's wearing their masks all day? The working class. Because rich people are home. They're not wearing their masks. These executives and these people that get to work from home, they're not wearing their masks. Who's wearing the masks? People who have to take public transportation and people who work and they can't take off and they need to be around other people. I went to go visit a friend at her job and I had to put a mask on. And everybody was wearing masks all day. I couldn't keep, I haven't been working, period. But I've been doing research and stuff like that and trying to book projects so that after the quarantine, which is now, I'm actually able to start doing stuff, right? So I'm one of those people that I don't have to go out there and put a mask on, But it bothered me because it's I saw an article in the New York Times today, and they were saying that Latinos, today's June 26th, and this was on the Apple News. They were saying that Latinos have a higher risk of getting the virus and spreading it because they didn't stop working during this whole thing, and that like in specifically Latino areas, they have a higher rate of the virus and of like new cases of the virus. Because now that people are going out, the people that already had the virus are spreading it to the people that don't. Because the people that had the virus couldn't miss work. And they were saying that there was a story about a woman who some of her coworkers were sick, and then they all ended up getting sick and congested and losing their sense of smell and taste, but they couldn't stop working because they needed the money. I mean, she's a single mom with 4 kids. Like, what are you going to do? So, you know, she couldn't risk losing her job and not finding another one, you know? So I just thought that was really interesting, and I just wanted to share with you guys because that's what I do. Then I wanted to talk about, there's so many things I want to talk about, but so many things I shouldn't talk about. And I just finished cuddling and snuggling my cat, and I'm allergic to her. So now my nose is a little congested because I was like inhaling her. I love her so much, but I'm really allergic to my cat. I'm not giving her up, but yeah, so I've just been talking to a lot of people, and it's interesting how this has brought a lot of couples together or torn them apart. This has made people see that who they want to be with and who they don't want to be with. And one of the things that we were discussing, and I was actually talking to my therapist, because I do go to therapy. It is healthy to talk to somebody, especially if you're taking in so much. Like you guys know I do relationship coaching and stuff like that. So I take in a lot of other people's like junk, and then I need someone to talk to, right? To release my junk and their junk. So I was like, it's amazing how many people I know, I talk to, and they're together, but they're not in love. But they love someone else and they're not with that person. And she agreed with me and said, there's a lot, she said her girlfriends that she's known since college, they all talk about their partners. Because that's what it is. It's like a business of life. You're together on this journey and you're spending the rest of your life with this person, but it doesn't mean that you're madly in love with them and they're your best friend. They're just the person that's suitable for you to spend your life with. Like, I can handle being around you every day. I enjoy your company. I trust you with my finances. I trust you with our future. We're compatible. But it's not deep being in love. We're partners in life. Like, we're gonna do this together, but I'm not madly in love with you. They do care about each other. They're not like cheating or anything. But there's not like that best friend romantic love that you see in movies that faded a long time ago. And I just thought that was interesting because all these people that were reaching out to me kept saying like, I loved you so much, blah, blah, blah. And I just kept thinking to myself, you never chose me. You didn't pick me. Like, all these years you've been thinking about me while you're with your wife? Every now and then sporadic, but you never chose me. You chose her to share a life with and grow with. And so don't come back to me telling me that you miss me and you love me. I'll take it on a generic platonic term, but like, we're not having an affair because you're tired of fucking your wife and you remember me, you know? Or now you're like, I don't know if I really love my wife. I don't know if I want to be with her anymore. Let me see how Myra is, because Myra was so sweet and so kind and like, she was so good, but like, for me, most of the people, with the exception of like one guy that I've been in love with for 6 years, there's no hope for any of them. Like, I'm done. You know, you should have picked me. I'm 40 years old, 41 now. My birthday was 2 days ago. Today's June 26th. My birthday was June 24th. And I've been waiting for the real thing, real love, true love. I've been watching all these people get together, get divorced, like analyzing the compatibility. And I'm like, you know, and I'm realizing that it is a partnership, because you don't want to be with somebody that makes stupid decisions that's going to mess up you and your family's future. You know, like, I've met people that were like, my wife took our life savings and invested it in this thing, and then we lost it all. because she thought we would double it or grow it. And now we don't have anything. I was like, what the fuck? You know, guys do that too. And like, they had good intentions, but the result was not good. You know, so when I was younger, I used to be like, why do you make decisions as a couple? Like, weren't you a whole person before them? And I do think that you should have your own money. They should have their own money, and then you have mutual money. Just like in case you want to do something, you don't have to ask permission to get your hair done or whatever. But there are some couples where the woman makes no money and she has to ask her partner for stuff, you know? Or use the mutual checkbook or, you know, mutual debit card, whatever. There's just so many dynamics, but it's just so interesting that the number of people that are not in love but are still together. And then the people that love you from afar. Like, fuck that love from afar shit. If you love somebody, get them. Go get them and try. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but try. Don't just give up. You know? It's crazy. And then we talked about... I had so many things to share with you, and now it's all gone. I think that's all I'm going to share with you right now. It's been 11 minutes. But when the other stuff pops up, I will come back. Because I guess God doesn't want me to talk about it right now. You know, like, I believe that everything I talk about is like, I was compelled to talk about it. You know, like, these are, like, sometimes I'll talk and I'll watch the video and I'm like, I can't believe I said all that. Like, I don't even remember saying all that. And I really don't. But it's because, like, I was meant to say it. Like, but I don't have anything. I'm gonna go now.